as energy prices continue to soar, it's making it really difficult for homeowners. Here with some tips is Steve Thompson. Thank you for being here.
Thanks for inviting me.
So energy prices are obviously increasing. What are some ways that people can really go about reducing those costs?
Well, a big part of the heat transfer in a home, especially this has been a really cold winter, so it really hurts the seniors and those folks who aren't able to make those bills as much. So an easy way of addressing some of that is to address how the air is flowing through your house. The old carpenters will tell you that a house has to breathe, and there's no argument with that. But a lot of the time the house isn't breathing properly. So if you think about the different aspects of your house, when you have a light fixture in the ceiling, there's an octagon box that's holding that light fixture up. So that's a giant hole in your attic that the air can just flow right through if it's not sealed properly. Another place that's a major issue is around windows. On older windows, again, it's just insulation there. It's not the spray foam that they use now that creates a nice tight seal. But so we can come in and put a bead of caulking all around the window to stop the draft from coming through. And don't underrate those plastic sheets that you can pick up at the hardware store. Those are a great way, even with the thermal pane windows, to stop the airflow from going through.
That's true. I've been meaning to get some of those on my windows, so I'm going to run to the store right after this and get some. But people might wonder how you know about this, and you actually have a really great program that kind of deals with these issues, especially with seniors.
Yes. My company is called Birch Properties. And we focus on private resident management. So what we do is we have a program where we've developed a way of coming in, doing an inspection of a property for a senior or somebody who has a disability, identifying any issues that are there with the property, and then addressing those issues, and then coming back every week to take the garbage from the side of the house to the road. Because we feel that people deserve to be in their house as long as possible. People spend a lot of time and a lot of money in that investment. That's usually the biggest investment that most people make besides their retirement fund. So it really stems from just a quick little story. My wife's grandmother broke her hip last year, and her husband has passed away about 10 years ago. So now she's being forced out of a house that she's been in since 1954 to a one-bedroom apartment, which I thought was really unfair. So I put this together of a way of being able to address her needs, and figured if she was in need, then many other people may have that same kind of a requirement.
Definitely. I feel like it's something that often goes unnoticed because, you know, people just think that, oh, well, I can't live here anymore, I'm going to move on. So what are some other things? You mentioned taking the garbage to the side of the road, obviously fixing any heating issues. What are some other things you deal with?
Changing light bulbs, making sure all the drawers work properly, making sure the doors close properly, making sure that all the valves in the house are opening and closing properly in case there's a water issue. We basically go through, do an inspection room by room, as much as if somebody was going to rent an apartment. Go through each room, identify if it needs to be painted, and then we give them the list and they decide what work they need to have done.
That's really great. It's very genius of you. So Birch Properties is what it's called. If anyone's looking for more information, how can they go about getting that?
Well, we have a phone number, of course, and of course we have a website as well. So the website is sbpm.ca. So that's live now, and anybody can go there. We're a registered company, so we're a legitimate business. And everything's in order, so there's no worries that we have. We have a vulnerable sectors check, and all of our workers have gone through the appropriate checks so that they can be in the space that they need to be in.
That's great. Well, it's awesome what you're doing, and thank you for being here and giving us some tips, especially on how to keep our houses more warm this winter.
Thank you, and stay warm.
We'll see you next time.
Thanks.